All right, quick question. Has this ever sounded like you?
Syrup and coffee? Why didn't I think of that? Can I try some?
I guess.
All right, well, it may not have been about syrup and coffee, but if you've ever asked yourself, why didn't I think of that? I think I have the answer, and it's a pretty simple one. It's because you didn't try. Let me explain. See, when I've coached my clients on upgrading their financial life, one of the roadblocks that I've heard over and over again is when they say, Rob, I just don't have any ideas. But when I dig a little bit deeper, what I find is that most people just spend way too much of their time hoping and praying that some great idea is just going to magically appear right in front of their face when they least expect it.
Yeah. Hey, Mike!
Oh, Duchess is down. Duchess is down. Yellow, yellow. I repeat, Duchess is down. Go, Rick.
Oh, God, your face.
Is it bad?
No.
Yes!
But the reality is, most great ideas don't tend to just smack you in the face like that. Our greatest ideas tend to be mashups of our experiences, challenges, and failures that we've been able to learn from over time. Take some of these famous ideas, for example. This is James Dyson. He created the Dyson vacuum cleaner, which is pretty much the best-selling vacuum cleaner in the world. But before it got that way, he had to go through 5,000 prototypes before he got it right. Instagram started off as an app called Bourbon, which was pretty much a knockoff of Foursquare. But when that app failed to take off, they completely scrapped the whole thing, but only kept the photo sharing portion of the app, and that's what became the application that Facebook bought for $1 billion. And then there's YouTube, which actually started off as a video dating site, but when no one seemed interested in using the site for that purpose, they opened it up to more than dating profiles, and that's what became the world's largest video sharing site. So if you're serious about dramatically improving your financial life, I believe it starts with great ideas, and I've got 4 tips for you to create an abundance of great ideas by getting very intentional about idea creation. Number 1 is that you have to be hyper curious and aware. Plain and simple, you have to notice things. And when you notice something isn't working, it's not enough to just complain about it. You have to get in the habit of being curious and asking yourself, what if, or how can I make this better? And in order to really do this effectively, you need to start varying your experiences. You need to travel and go see different things. You need to talk to new people. You need to read different things, because oftentimes your greatest ideas will come from taking one idea from one area and implementing it in a new way. Number 2, you have to stop waiting for the big idea. Look, none of the founders of the companies we just talked about had a moment like this.
Aha! Aha!
Look, I know the idea of the aha moment sounds great in radio and TV interviews, but the fact is great ideas just don't happen by accident. They're the result of being very deliberate about idea creation, which brings us to number 3. You have to write down your ideas, and then you have to set aside time to evaluate them. So whether you use the Notes app on your phone or the voice recorder or plain old pen and paper, you need to get those ideas down immediately when you have them. There's nothing worse than having a great idea, but then forgetting it a few hours later. And then what you have to do is set aside some amount of time during the week to evaluate those ideas so you can decide which are the good ideas, which ones aren't so good, and which are the few ideas that you really want to pursue. Because look, if you can set aside the time in your schedule to watch other people living their dream, surely you can find the time in your schedule to create an idea that might help change yours. And lastly, you need to find some people that you can discuss your ideas with. This might be a close friend, a business mastermind group, a mentor, or you may even need to hire a coach. But oftentimes the simple act of discussing your idea with someone else can help make the idea clearer in your own mind. Because look, colored ketchup may be a great idea inside your own head, but you might want to get some feedback on that one first. So that's it. Those are my 4 tips to help you ramp up your idea generation so you never again have to say to yourself, why didn't I think of that? But I'd like to hear from you. Leave me a comment in the section below and tell me what your process is for coming up with great ideas. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, favorite, and share this video so that other people see it and they can get their idea generation ramped up. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you never miss another video. But that's it for today. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time.